Okay, awesome. Now we're recording. So first of all, just going to run through just some announcements. This month is the last month that anyone can use the old website, which is the nerium.com. So you've really got to make sure that all your correspondence, all of your websites, everything is now changed over to neora.com. So, you know, notify your customers, make sure everybody knows, make sure all of your brand partners know, if your customers especially manage their own accounts. They can't get in, that's why. So first thing you'll probably look at is, let me just figure out who's unmuted so I can mute them. Give me a sec, guys. Okay, so definitely making sure that all of your websites are changed over. The next is Destination Success. If you have not heard, because you're either brand new or you have been busy and you haven't heard this yet, we have the newest trip that has been announced, which is to Nha Trang in Vietnam. It's going to be so incredible. Points started as of the beginning of April. Complete, the finishing time is the end of November. And there's obviously the trip dates. There's level 1 and level 2. It's all new business. So go out there and just bring on new business into your organization. You can go into your back office and really look at all the T's and C's so you know exactly how you can earn points. Just go in there so you know, so you exactly know. And it's really cool, like all the little extra things that corporate are bringing out. If you're a founder, there's a May trip volume promotion, and the top 50 people who earn the most trip volume for May are going to get 500 points extra. So it's worth running for, you know. And we talked about this last week. If you were on last week's call, there's going to be some parts of the qualifying period that might be a little bit slow for you, and these are the extra points that you can get. So go for them. Whatever extra points that the company brings out, you absolutely want to be running for them. The next thing is they've now got in stock the Neora Rhythm, their little books. I know a lot of people haven't got them. So seriously, you want to have this book. I was talking to a brand partner the other day, and she actually said to me, you know, how did you get to where you got to? And I said to them, I literally do this book to the absolute T inside myself as far as the core values go, and inside myself as far as the 10 core commitments. It is so important to get yourself into this rhythm. Jeff created this book. It's like our system of all systems. And if you can immerse yourself into the philosophy and the actions of this book, you literally will live in the heartbeat of Jeff Olson. He's the one that's created this company. He's the one that's created these systems. So the more that we can think and be in his world, you will just find incredible success in your business. Now, I want to just add with that, it doesn't mean you go and buy the book and you do everything at once. Just little by little, let's slide edge thing, guys. You know, just add little bits all the time to your whole repertoire of life and how this business works. So if you can go into your back office, you can go into the shop. If you haven't got this book, make sure you get it. So next, as we talked about in the last few weeks, we're going to be we've been doing two different brand partners in our group. We're going to have a little chat to us tonight. The first is going to be Jayne, who's going to share with us why she actually joined Neora. And the second is the Bouncing Forward segment, which is going to be Gloria. And what's really cool about the Bouncing Forward is that, as we learn at Power Up, you know, we always want to be taking action in things that we're not really necessarily confident in or even know how to do. But if we take actual learned activity, it's called activity knowledge. So taking action in knowledge, the knowledge we'll learn is phenomenal. And so Gloria is going to share with us a little story that she has for over the last week, where she's taken action on something that she's been a little bit scared of. But first I'm going to unshare and we're going to go to Jayne. And Jayne, where are you? I'm just going to unmute you, Jayne. Maybe I'm going to unmute you, maybe not. Yep, awesome. I'll mute myself.
I'm here. Hey everyone, how's it going? So I'm just going to give you a little bit of a rundown of why I joined Neora and what it's done for me. So I joined in January last year, and the reason I joined was because my little sister pestered me to join, actually. So I really didn't have any other reason than her pestering me, and I was a huge skeptic. Totally, I just didn't think that it was going to work. But anyway, that it all came down to Penny and her pestering me, and then I joined, and oh my God, I'm so grateful that I did. I've had there was a lot of pestering, Pen. No, but obviously probably a lot of you have seen how I've shared my results over the last week, and there's no way I'm going back from that. It's from what it's done for me personally, the people that I've met, it's just amazing. The friends that I've made, and I'm just not going to ever stop using the greens and whatever else comes next. I'm looking forward to all the new products too. So it's a great business. It's a family. It's just such a family environment. It's just so cool. So that's it. That's me. Back to you, Rach. Was that 2 minutes?
Yeah, just before you go, Jayne, so since you obviously jumped on, you've had incredible results, and I'll share those results with everybody in a second. What is something that really just lights you up inside, that makes you feel that, you just feel like you're in such a great place? What is it about this business that makes you feel like that?
The main thing would be the results that I see from my customers, but also the results that I see from my brand partners, and just the love from everybody about the whole products, but the love from the people we've met, other brand partners. It's just such a big family. It's just so nice to be a part of.
Awesome. Yeah. Cool, and I agree. I love that too. I love that it is such a family environment that we have, and it's such an honour to always be working with so many great people, and our business seems to attract really heart-centered people, and it seems to be the culture of Neora, and it's who we attract into our business, and yeah, it's phenomenal. Thanks so much, Jayne. I know that it's always scary to share, and it's really great to just have many voices and let people hear different stories that people have and why they joined, because this business is built on stories. So the more stories we can collect as a group, the more power we have inside of us to share different stories that are going to suit different people that we're talking to. Okay, so cool. So next we're going to talk to Gloria, and she's going to share with us what she did this week to step way out of her comfort zone, to take action in something that she would probably go, oh, can I just wait another few weeks? But she did it, and she's going to share with us what she did, what happened when she took action, and how she feels about it now. Over to you, Gloria, and thank you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Gloria. I've been shown in the deep end because Jojo told me I was doing my story, not bounce back.
Sorry, it's my bad.
But since I come home from Brisbane, I have stepped out of my comfort zone by speaking to a lot more people, contacting a lot more people. And the bouncing back from, I've got to diverse a bit here, sorry. From Sam, I've always said, oh, it's okay, I'll bounce back to where I was. But now I don't want to bounce back to where I was. I want to bounce forward to a better result. I had a habit of, I do get busy. I own a cleaning business. I volunteer at a lot of places. So I have a lot of contacts, but I don't speak to them because I feel like I'm encroaching on my other areas. So the bouncing back thing with me this week is speaking to people that are at the football club that they know what I do, but I've actually not spoken to them, which is silly because I can talk underwater with a mouthful of marbles until I'm talking to someone about something that is important. But I'll flip back to my very story, my start. I joined this business because I won a day cream. And when become my beautiful upline, delivered it, I asked could I trial the night cream. And 3 days later, she rang to see if I wanted to order. And I went, yes, I'm amazed at the results, absolutely blown away. So anyway, I didn't get to order. So she rang me a couple of days later and said, look, one of my other ladies are having trouble ordering. Do you want to order? Are you having trouble? And I went, no. I want you back here. I'm joining. Now, I was her very first customer, so her very first BP. So that is how I joined this company. I've been in here 2 years. My beautiful upline is no longer here, but me, I'm not going anywhere at all. So I definitely intend bouncing forward. And I must say, Rach, thank you so much for flipping the cards, darling, because before I went to Brisbane, I was about yay far off of throwing my hands in the air and saying, can't be bothered too hard not doing it. Flipping the cards and getting up on stage and doing the hula hoop has given my faith back to me. And Cal, I spoke to you, and thanks, darling, for your words of wisdom. Thanks for all you ladies for your support, because I was so close to giving it up, but I'm not.
Woo! Love that. You're the best, Gloria. It is so cool, you know, and this is what it's about. Together, we hang out together, we be strong together, and like many of you heard me sing for the very first time in front of anybody than in a car, is you heard that just keep flipping, because that's what life is about, you know. We just keep flipping those cards over and talking to lots of people. The more we stick together and be together, the belief we build together, the personal development we build together, it's so much bigger than cream. So, you know, the cream is the vehicle, and it's such a beautiful, honourable vehicle that we get to sit in. So thank you. I really appreciate your share, and absolutely bouncing forward is all we are going to ever do, never bouncing back. I'm going to quickly share with you, and guys, please give her heaps of love in the chat, because sharing or getting on and talking in front of a group of people is something that is not normal for most people. Some people it is normal, but for a lot of people it's not. So it takes a lot of courage for people to actually unshare, undo that microphone and share with us their goods. So I am just going to quickly go back to sharing my screen so you can all have your absolute jaws on the ground. Jayne just spoke about her before and after photo. Like, how incredible is what our products do? This is 16 months along. Jayne was so embarrassed to put these photos up because of that first photo. And it's amazing when you think, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine seeing Jayne like that in that first photo. But how many people do you know in your world that have skin like that? We're Australian. It's definitely, and the Kiwis, it's definitely something our sun does to our skin. So Jayne has kindly shared that around the world. So many people, it's gone to Colombia, it's gone to Germany, it's gone to Mexico, these photos, and people are just so excited. One of the things that I want to quickly share about I was talking to Jayne about her photos. I said, did you start with Optimira? And she said, yes, I did. And I was one of those people on that Optimira that was no way giving up my Optimira. And she was like having the tug of war struggle moving over to Age IQ. Now she sent me a photo of one of her Optimira bottles that are still full, sealed, everything. Nah, don't want my Optimira. Age IQ, such a more superior product, and absolutely loves it. So next, I'm just going to run through with you guys a bit of a challenge that I'm going to put forward to you all this week, is doing a list blitz. I know when we first came together a few weeks ago, we created and built a list. And if you're a brand new brand partner and haven't built a list yet, please reach out to the person who brought you into this incredible business and work with them to build a list. If you've only got a little list, work with yourself or work with a group of people in your team to build a big list. Over the next week, the goal is to reach out and speak to as many people as you possibly can on that list, and blitz that list apart. And literally, we're going to go through the master two-a-day system. So we're going to reach out to someone. We're going to pique their interest. We're going to pique their interest and then give them a third-party tool. Third-party tool, guys, what is that? That is a video. That is the magazine. That is some sampling. Whatever it is, the way that you'd like to do it. Get them to an RRP. Get them to a sit-down. Show them a presentation. Whatever it is that you want to do, but make it your mission to blitz your list. Absolutely blitz your list. And I'm going to give you another bit of information, which I think lots of you probably want to take a screenshot of this, because this is a great little 2 parts of power questions for prospecting, for skincare. And obviously we don't have the whole wellness range yet in Australia and New Zealand, but we do have EHT coming very soon. So having questions that you can ask people, what skincare are you using now? How long have you been using it for? What do you like best about it? If you could do one thing better, what would it be? If I could give you something for that, would you be willing to try it? So just always piquing people's questions with powerful questions that are leading questions. And then you obviously have the prospecting for wellness. Are you more interested in anti-aging or wellness? Are you doing, what are you doing for your brain health? Hey, when's the last time you were sick? It's flu season. Are you getting a flu shot this year? If you could have better sleep, more energy, which would you want more of? So always asking questions that are going to lead to where you want them to lead. And then from there, we want to absolutely follow up. And one of the things that I really see about following up is people often don't follow up. And if you have sent somebody information and you haven't followed up, it kind of like kills the respect that the person has for you, that you don't really care if they buy or not, or you don't really care if they come into your business or not. If you're reaching out to someone and you're not following up with them after you've sent them a third-party tool, this is like the biggest no-no in our business, because people love that you care about them enough to send them this information in the first place, and you care about them enough to actually follow up with them, because most people are busy. It also demonstrates your rock-solid belief. I mean, that's one thing that we all know, is how incredible our products are. If you still need to build your belief in yourself as a network marketer, or as yourself in this business, that's okay. That's a part of the process. But one thing we all do know is the incredible products that we do have. But not only that, we're in the relationship business. So by following up, we're continuing to build the relationship with the person that we're speaking to. It also uncovers questions or objections, because really, like, when we think about it, we've got 6 to 7 exposures until somebody makes a decision in many cases. And because of that, we want to move fast. We don't want to do those 6 to 7 exposures over 3 months. People will forget. I mean, do you remember what you had for breakfast a week ago? Like, you know, people forget. So you want to do it fast. Over a 2-week period, you want to do your 6 to 7 exposures. And so the questions that then come at each of those exposures give you the next question to give them the next bit of information, so they can then think about it again if that's where they are, or they can make a decision. So it also obviously moves a prospect to the sale or the next step, and it's also duplication. Duplication is absolutely everything in this business. I had a call last night from one of our brand partners, and she said to me, I have a really incredible person that is interested in the business. They're very business minded. They understand this industry. What do I do? And I said to her, you need to just follow the process that we all follow. You need to send her the video, send her a third-party tool. So we talked about who she was and what her interest is. So we're going to send her the last run club, and then follow up a couple of days later of when she can connect to find out what she likes best about it. So now this person can see that she's following a system, and it's really simple, and it's so simple that she could do this as well. So did everyone get a screenshot there? Yep. If you needed a screenshot, if anybody needs these, you can just message me and I'll send you the slides. So it's once again, it's asking for the sale, closing questions. Having closing questions is just so good. When you can have something up your sleeve that you're going to say, because people get stuck here. And when you can actually say, you know, when do you see yourself getting started?
Yeah.
That is such a good question. Because then people are giving you a timeline of when it's right for them. So now I can follow up with that timeline. So having a line that you, like a couple of lines that are your go-to lines are really, really fantastic. What would prevent you from getting started? Or what's preventing you right now from making a decision? Another really good question. So then the next process, then going back to just mastering the 2 a day. The reason this is in a circle, because we just go round and round. So we've given them the information that they need to actually make a decision. And that's basically it. So it's just, as Gloria said, it's just keep flipping. That's all we got to do. Just keep on talking to them, keep on taking them through the process, 6 to 7 exposures. And if you're doing that with a regular amount of people every single day, you will be amazed at the way your funnel fills, and those people will drip out.
Hey, Rach, sorry. I know that we're meant to interrupt and all that when we've got a new person on. We've got a brand new baby brand partner on tonight, Tarina. She's over there in the corner. She's waving.
Hey, Tarina. How are you?
That she's been interested in watching us, and yeah, she's amazing. She's incredible. She's got all heart, so she's got the culture of the company already, the business. So a massive welcome to you, babes. We're so excited for you. So thanks, Rach.
Awesome. Hey, welcome. I know we've got a few other people, new people. Do their sponsors want to jump on and
Nikki,
let us know?
Hey, Deb here. Nikki, just want to say hi. Thanks very much for hopping on. You're amazing for being here. She's going to the UK this week, so she's busy. So thanks for making the time, and I'm so glad you're here.
Awesome. Welcome, Nikki.
We've also got Donna and Shay that have joined. So wave, ladies.
Hey, Shay, how are you? Donna.
And we've got another one, Christine's. It's Christy. Christy's on tonight for her first time as well.
Awesome. Hey, Christy, how are you? This is what's going on in our business. It's amazing. It's just amazing. The momentum is so cool. Hales is unmuted as well.
Hi, Rach. I'd just like to say a big hello to Renata and Ashlyn, mother and daughter team, new to my team, who have just joined up as BPs today, and we only met on Saturday, so that was quick work. Yep, so welcome to the team. And I'd also like to just say hello to Krisha, because I can see that she's there, and she joined the team a few weeks ago, and she's doing really, really well. So hi, girls.
Awesome. Thanks, Hales.
Thanks for coming.
And welcome, everyone. It is so cool to have everyone that's new here, and good on you, Jojo, for jumping in when you did. So next I'm going to have share with us Deb Mc Govan is going to share. Deb and I have been really good friends from pretty much the beginning, haven't we, Deb? And we shoot each other messages all the time, and I'm always like, you just have reigning brand partners all the time. What the heck do you do? And we're talking about it a couple of days ago, and she was telling me, she read to me the most incredible message that someone sent her, and I'll let her share that with you. But I really asked Deb to come on because she is totally all heart. And she really has so much belief in what we do as a business actually is a gift to other people. And the way she relays that to people is why she reigns brand partners. So I'm going to hand it over to you so you can share with everybody, and I'll mute out.
Thanks, Rachel. I'm going to cry. Just to let you know that I did a night duty last night and I've not slept. And then at the end, when I finish, I'm going to share something super special with you. So I'm a bit emotional, but thanks for the opportunity. It was just out of the blue. Look, I joined thanks to my beautiful sponsor, Sonia. We met in Kahuna Land. I joined in November 2016, to get my free product. And I knew nothing about anything. I'd never done this business before. I was a body worker. I'm a palliative care nurse. But she gave me the product for a couple of days and it was like, okay, all right, yeah, I like this. And Ian said to me, Debbie said, just join. And if you don't enjoy it, you've got all that product for free. Well, I tell you what, Sonia got me there, and there within 6 weeks. And it was like, whoa, what just happened? And so in the beginning, I was just going on this, I was on this train of, I don't know what I'm doing, but what I'm doing, I'm enjoying it. And people saw me on Facebook. I was really fortunate that I was part of two communities, one in Kahuna World, which is Kahuna, it's bodywork. And then another was a personal growth workshop that I'd been involved with for over 10 years. So I was fortunate that I knew a lot of people. And so, but don't get me wrong, at the beginning, I did what used to be called the Nerium vomit. And I vomited all over everybody because I didn't know. I didn't understand about social media. I've learned over time how that can work to our advantage, but also to our detriment. And I'm happy to share, as probably a lot of you know anyway. So for me, in the very early days, I recruited like 18 BPs, just like that. Don't ask me how. I just don't know. They just joined me, but nobody did anything. And I remember Sonia was brilliant. She was great. She said, get out of the story, Deb. I'm saying, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? I was victim. I was all these shitty things. It was like, and now I just realized the story that I was in, and how important it is now that I don't hang on to story. People come and go, it's the in and the out, it's the ups and the downs, it's the roller coaster. It's not my stuff. And since I've dropped that, things have changed. Things have really, really changed. And so it really is about building relationships. And I've been asked to, actually what I'll do is I'll read you out the message that I got just 2 days ago or 3 days ago from a friend. She's from one of the workshops that I was telling you about. And I know that this has happened to me before, and it's left me really reflective. And she put, Deb, you managed to straddle the line between selling me a product, one that you believe in, but still selling something and being a supportive sister who truly believes in me and wants good things for me. That is a line so few people can stand on. I appreciate you and your ability to do so. So that fills me with joy and it fills me with love. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a list of, I'm going to break it down basically, what I've learned. And it's been massive. You know, the journey is massive and it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. It comes back to, as Rachel was saying, the 10 core commitments. Okay, they're in me. They're in me, and I don't reach them all every day. It would be crazy to say that I do it every day, you know. But I try. And if I make 5 one day, fantastic. If I make 8, brilliant. If I make 2, fantastic. I don't beat myself up anymore. And so the first thing is to be consistent. We hear that all the time. Be consistent. So what is that? What is consistency? For me, I use social media. Not everybody uses social media. So I use posts. I do my Facebook posts. Again, the strategy of how we can use social media to our advantage. I make friends and I keep friends. But I don't go in and go bleh and tell them. I wait to be asked, well, what do you do? What is it you do? And today is a perfect example, which I'll share with you at the end. And it's talking to people. It's taking people from not knowing about Neora to knowing about Neora. It's the sharing. It's using the third-party tools. And somebody said something the other day. It was Wendy Hatton. And she said, I don't sell, I share. And it's getting, people are so afraid of saying, I can't sell. Oh, I couldn't do this because I can't sell. And I say, well, I don't sell. I actually share. This is my business. My business is this. That's all I have to do. I share a product. The products are a vehicle because it works. The products work. I stay in contact. I've got brilliant customers. I'm really fortunate that I've got customers that have been with me for 2.5 years. Some have stayed regular every month. But I look after them, and I'm not saying that I contact them every month. It might be every 6 months. But I remember birthdays. Not all the time, but I do. At Christmas, like the 2 years ago, I sent them all a hydrogel. This year, I couldn't afford to do that. But what did I do? I got them all a $1 scratchy. Now, I might not be able to do that next year. And I only got 5 responses saying, wow, Deb, thanks, you know, and I've won $5. The fact that 5 people only responded, it didn't matter. It was the fact that I cared about my customers, because what's happened is a lot of my customers have now become brand partners. And that's a statistic that most brand partners, because they realize they love the product. So why wouldn't you get your product for free? And so after a certain amount of time, I offer that opportunity to them. Some take it, some don't. So that's it. And people, and the biggest thing is be authentic. Just be yourself. You know, I wear 3 hats. I'm a palliative care nurse, so I look after people at the end of life. I'm also a Kahuna body worker, so I'm a healer. I support people through their healing journeys. But I'm also a Neora brand partner. So I let people see that. So I rotate. People see all of me, and it's all about being authentic. Never, ever, ever change who you are, okay? Because people see through you. They know if you're not authentic. They know if you're not real. And I truly believe that that's what supported me to build my business. Working on my own belief system, that I know it's a great opportunity. This is a massive opportunity. And it's only really been this last 6 months that flipping my own story, my own mindset, and just dropping the bullshit, it's just opened me up to success, because I've remained consistent. I have learned from my mentors, you know, from Sonia, from Maria, from Pat, from Jen Givens, Jen Elston, from Rachel. You know, I'm never ever afraid. I don't let my ego come in, so I'm never ever afraid to ask for help. It's about vulnerability. Be vulnerable. You know, put your hand up. No question is stupid. when people join, I have a roadmap, which we all have, the success planner. So I have a roadmap, and I will go through that with people, and then it's up to them if they have to be accountable for themselves. So I can support them, we can build a list, we can do the roadmap, but it's all about being accountable. And don't stay in story. That's a big one. You know, don't stay in victim, don't stay in story. Everybody, if people don't want to do anything, you know, there's somebody at the moment, and somebody said, oh, have we lost her? And I said, well, you know, if we have, we have. But we'll do everything we can to support her, to know that there's no pressure. It's her journey. If she wants to come in, you know, I had a brand partner that signed. She actually was the one that got me to Fiji on December the 31st, and she never did anything. But in the last 3 months, she's back, and she admitted it was her ego that got in the way, and her fear. Drop the fear. Fear is a feeling, and it cannot hurt you. I was told that many years ago. Fear is just a feeling. So we can choose to let it consume us, or we can let it go. And you know what? I always show up. So I told you I worked a night shift last night, and we had one patient who was end of life, and it was a big night. It was a big night. Didn't get to sit down all night. I came home, climbed into bed at 8:30. At 11 a.m., I woke up to go on a training with Wendy Hatton in the US. I didn't have to do that. And I'm not saying that everybody has to do that, but I chose to do that because I know I have set a goal where I want to be at the end of this year. And so I know that every ounce, every bit of information that I can get for myself, it supports me. So I think that's, yeah, relationship first. And I'll just share what's happened today, something big. Okay. Well, we all know the dream, the vision. You know, don't think that you can't have it, because you can have it. Today, Ian and I, a few months ago, we decided that we could be free now. We could have freedom now. We're mortgaged to the hilt, and I mean to the hilt. We've got properties all over the place with the biggest mortgages. And something happened, and Ian lost his late wife, you know, and through conditioning behaviors, it's like, oh, you can't do that, or you don't do that, you have to have that, or you must do that. We actually decided between us that we could have freedom now. We didn't have to wait. And I'm not saying that Neora has got us here, but this afternoon I met a couple, and I went for lunch. She took me for lunch across the road about 200 meters, and I just started talking to her, and we were talking, and we made friends, and we both said, gosh, it's like we've known each other for years. And that's what I do. And I sat in reflection thinking, I'm not being covert here. I'm not trying to get a customer. This is not being covert. This is me. This is who I am. This is building relationships. And that's where Jenna Hattersley, when she said to me on her road trip, when they bought a caravan and they went around Australia for a year, and she said, Deb, she said, I thought I'd be going, and you know, she shared it with all of us. I thought I would be talking to the old biddies, she said, and you know, they'd all become customers. And she said, but it wasn't like that. She said it was about building relationships, and that's exactly what happened today. And it turns out my husband actually spoke to her husband, and he wants EHT. It wasn't me. But we've actually today, we've bought a motorhome, and we're going to travel Australia, and we're going to do massage, and I'm going to do nursing shifts everywhere, and I'm going to work my business. And this is not Neora that's got me here, but it's Neora that has given me the vision and the reality that this can happen. So we're in our new home at the moment. And this is it. And you're all the first to see it. And so in 2 weeks, we move out of our house. We've sold everything. We've just let go of everything. And it was easy. Well, it was easier for me, but not for you. But it was easy. And we are so excited that we're changing our lives, and we don't have to wait. So I hope that supported you. I wrote lots of things down. It's all over the place. You know, like I said, I'm tired. I've not slept. But I really wanted to share that. Just be who you are. Remain authentic. Stick to your rhythm, whether you just want 3 customers or you want to pay off your mortgage in 5 years. Just do and be authentic. and that's it for me. So thanks, Rachel, for the opportunity of sharing. All right.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Deb. Everyone, please give her tons of love in that chat. There's nothing better than getting heaps of love, heaps of comments, everything and anything you want that you took away from that, how you felt, any of the little takeaways, please just add it in the comments, because Deb can watch them, and Deb can really, that just fills her up in sharing who she is and sharing her heart with all of us, is really, really just incredible. And I love when you said that, you know, about the building relationships. You know, a mentor told me once, when you meet people and you don't know them, you meet them for the very first time, act like they're your very best friend from forever ago, and speak to them and talk to them and connect with them in that way. And it is exactly not about, oh, I've got this thing. It's about how deeply can I connect with somebody and feel this amazing connection from human to human. Where it goes doesn't matter. It's about just that moment and being in that moment, being present in that moment with that person. It's the most phenomenal thing ever, and it just brings joy. And that's what we're here for. That's what we all want in life. That's why we love so much our Live Happy movement, because it's about exactly that. It's about the joy that it brings to not just yourself, but to that other person as well. Deb, you're amazing. Love you heaps. I'm also just going to share my screen one more last time, and we have tomorrow night, which the WA crew have organised. We're going to have Liz Palmer. She's actually going to be speaking tomorrow night as a guest speaker on functional. She's a functional nutritionist, Neora founder. The subject is the wellness overview with EHT benefits. So if you do not have this flyer, please let me know, or let Jojo know, so you can get that flyer and get that out to as many people as you possibly can. We'd love for everybody to come along. It is going to be recorded, so for our shift workers or our people, especially in NZ where it's pretty late at night, you can actually watch the replay. Now we're 15 minutes over. I know we had a lot to cover tonight, but I want to thank everybody for coming along. And I can see Penny's just putting her hand up. So hang on a second.
Got one other brand partner just jumped on before, another newbie, Rachel. Rach, wave your hand.
Oh, awesome. How you going, Rach? Cool name. So yeah, come tomorrow night as well. Welcome to all of the new brand partners. It's so great to have you here. It's fabulous to be collaborating with a couple of teams throughout the country and just start spending this time together. I have recorded it, as you've seen, so I will give that out to the people that I normally send all my info to, so they can share it with your groups. And have an incredible night, everybody. We'll see you all same time, same place next week.
Thanks, Rach. That was
Thanks,
awesome.
Rach.
Thanks, Deb. You just
guys.
Bye.
Thank you.
Everybody.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, guys.